All right, guys, it's Neil with SFJ4x4.com, and I'm coming back to you again with another marketplace review. People are really enjoying these. We're getting some good positive feedback, and we're all, I think, a little bit guilty of scrolling the book of faces with the expectation to spend money that we don't actually have on projects we don't actually need, and we are all, certainly. I am guilty of daydreaming about all of the derelict junk that I could surround my house, property, and business with just cool tractors, trucks, and Jeeps. But when it comes to actually looking at the stuff that's for sale and determining, A, is it a good listing, and B, is it worth the money that the person is asking? I mean, for the longest time, people other than trolling on the internet, there wasn't a whole lot of good authoritative conversation. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about how people are listing vehicles on Marketplace and what is actually worth your hard-earned dollar. So if this is your first time joining us, what we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 different Jeep-specific listings and review the listings individually. And we're going to rank them. It's completely arbitrary ranking that nobody actually cares about, but we're going to give it a star rating somewhere between 0 and 5 stars, and it's going to be absolutely made up. Then, as we get through the last of the 3 or 4, whatever it is, listings, then we'll actually say what is worth your hard-earned dollar. So these are a complete blind react. I don't know what I'm about to look at. We get to look at them together and figure out what's worth our time, energy, and money and what's not. Oh, look at this cat loader. I need a loader. There's actually a deuce. I would take that 2.5 tomorrow. All right, we should get on with what we're going to do. Let's see what our first listing is. 1997 Jeep Wrangler Sport. We'll click on that first picture. Folks, I always want to talk about what is your first picture. First picture sets the tone for what I think I'm going to, what you think you're selling and what I might be buying. So here we have this beautiful blue sky, tropical feel. Well, it makes sense because it's in, Florida. And, of course, it's parked on the pavement. So let's see if this thing's a pavement princess or ready to rock and roll. 1997 Wrangler Sport Utility 2-door and is 107,452 miles. That's a pretty specific miles. I feel like that might actually be legit. Let's see. Seller's description. Sport Wrangler 6-cylinder with only 435. Is that what they told me up here? 435, 452. I don't know. Maybe the mileage went up. Doesn't matter. Miles on it. If you're looking for a mean-looking Jeep to go off-roading and a Jeep that can be your daily driver, well, then this is your Jeep. This Jeep has so many accessories, such as a Ford 88 rear Detroit locker, 31 spline axle shafts, 488 gears front and back, slip yoke eliminator, also known as SYE, Bilstein 5100 series shocks, K&N air filter system/filter, Toyo Open Country 3713 517s with about 40% tread. Yep, that's obvious in the picture. Method racing wheels, Badlands 12K winch, thank you Harbor Freight, high lift jack, and so much more. Also just added HD adjustable front track bar as well as new upper and lower ball joints, new motor mounts, as well as axle U-joints, brand new front rotors, brake pads, and calipers. Also, soft top is only 5 months old, and the Jeep only has soft doors. No had doors. I think it should be never. I'm asking $18,000 or best offer, clean title in hand, see less. $18,000. 97, 17.5. Up here, so maybe this listing was modified. I don't know. Lordy, that is a lot of money for a 25-year-old vehicle. I understand that the world is absolutely on fire and used vehicle rates are through the roof. But I have to tell you, 10 years ago, this Jeep wasn't worth $18,000. Now, that's not to say that this specific Jeep might actually be worth it. I can dig it. Before I get into the pictures, I could say absolutely every day, Jeeps appropriately accessorized sell for good money frequently. But you got to tell me why. And so that's the important part of these listings. First picture, I see some beat tires. But a person said, hey, only $40,000. I love a side mount high lift. I just got to tell you, I'm giddy over that. Clearly, they drive on the beach. They've got the nice tall antenna. Louvered, got to keep that Florida heat off your motor. We have this nice clean hood chop here. I don't talk about that, but this hood has been leveled up 3 inches, and we're rocking the cool hood pins. The 90s are here, and the hood pins are where it's at. We have this, they don't mention this either, but this is an attempt at a anti-rock sway bar, so the rock jock system. It's weird. Something's not right here. Because usually this would say anti-rock, and then you have these linkages. That's okay. It could be whatever. And then, just the appropriate pretty blue accessories everywhere. So, let's move on. Let's see what these pictures have. All right, so we got some clean interior shots. We got a CB and a GMRS. Rocking both forms of communication. Rhino lined interior. You didn't tell me about that in the listing. That adds value, especially if you're down on the ocean front. You don't want to have carpet in there. You want to have the easy to clean interior. And yet a third mileage, I don't know, but somewhere the miles are somewhere between 107,000, between 106,996 and 107,000 something or other. So it's a daily driver, and obviously it's used. I love a gauge photo. So now this is on, so the key is in the on position, and that's what I can tell you right now, because the gas gauge is reporting and the battery is reporting, albeit a little low. Temperature gauge is reporting, but no oil pressure and no tack. So thank you for the gauge picture to verify the mileage. I like to see it while it's idling. Just a fun fact. More interior pictures. This is fun. That's not okay, but I see the purpose. This is a purpose-built rig. They say that in the very beginning, and so I understand why there is currently a fuse panel, directly in the Jeep. But I'd love that to be hidden. That's a personal preference. It's not for everybody. This is a fun little addition. I don't know who did that, but that's fun. I like interior shots, and you gave me those, so that's important. Just a side mount. Give us a couple pictures. That's little stickers. Stickers add horsepower. Horsepower. More radio. We got the switch panel here. This is cool. This is where they move their switches up here. I can dig it. Hoses, adjustable control arms, greasable control arm bolts. Probably the same or similar up here. Really clean, really clean. They're doing a good job. They're winning me over right now. Light bars and lockers. Yeah, we got a locker, so I acceptable. We got the louver system here, Poison Spider louver. It's okay. It's okay. And we got the Poison Spider. Typically, this is Poison Spider as far as this rear. Yep, you can see the little logo right there. Rear spare tire carrier. Plus, I love this, the tailgate conversion. Tailgate conversion drops down. Got the flush mount rear tail lights. And we have the kind of the bumper delete. That's nice stuff. Methods, Toyos, great tire, great wheel package. Good quality stuff. Nice shot across the front. Nice shot down the side. Got a full-size spare, despite the fact that it's the wrong one. Wrong, it doesn't match. And we're back to the beginning. No, we're not. We just doubled up on pictures. Give me the other side. Riddler cover. Good quality, heavy-duty cover. Got a replacement steering we don't talk about in the description. Got the Riddler cover we don't talk about in the description. I think this is like the Curry Correct Link steering system here. This looks like a JKS track bar. We got Fox something hanging out back there. There's actually our JKS stickers. I was saying JKS based on this design, but here's our stickers actually back in here. Hey, this is a well-built vehicle. Blue. I can dig that. I've got a blue as well. I don't know what's going on behind this little oh, that's just our interstate battery mesh to let the heat out. They're really trying to make sure the heat stays off this Jeep. Nice rear. Look at these backup lights. That's kind of cool. And now we're actually back to the beginning. Hey, nice Jeep. I want to see more in the listing. I don't like portraits. If you know anything about me, look at all this. This is real estate right here, and right here is real estate. And there's a landscape. There's a landscape. See all that? That's portrait. I don't know why. I don't know why people turn their phone. Like, why don't you just all portraits or all landscapes? Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm a boomer. So, there's little things like that, but there's actually pretty quality stuff on this Jeep. I don't feel like the description does it justice, and that's my number one rub, because I think there's actually a lot of good stuff going on this one. Like this spare tire carrier and the tailgate conversion and the armor and the flush mount lights. And, you didn't even show me the 488 conversion. I didn't even get to see that in there. Do I think it's worth the money? I actually do. This is easily a $15,000 Jeep all day, every day, without question. $15,000. And to the right buyer, it's $18,000. I get that, but you didn't tell me why. I know it because I'm looking at it, not the average consumer. So you want to sell this thing? It's here. It starts here in the description, and it starts with the detailed pictures that really accentuate those quality parts that you've installed on there. So as a listing overall, I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to give this one, the pictures are pretty decent. The wording is okay, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to give this one a 3.62. I wanted more because the Jeep deserves more. Good price and great accessories, or at least workmanship that's been done to this point. But the listing could sell it better. All right, let's move on to the next one. Uh-oh, look at this. Where did it go? Oh, I like the interior. I like some peanut butter. Oh, so far they're winning me over on pictures. I can tell you that. I don't know where our first picture is, but let's start there. That's decent. 2012 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara Sport Utility 4-wheel drive, $23,000. And you get this wicked cool paint job. I guarantee that has everybody in town talking. I'm not sure what's going on here and why somebody said something nasty to you when you were in middle school and now you feel the need to Angry Bird them. But the paint job is cool. I just wish it had 7 slots. Driven 149,700 miles. I have a 2012 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara for sale. Currently has 149,700 miles on it, but will increase as it is my daily. Bought it in North Carolina back in 2018 with 99,000 miles. So 18 to 2022, you put 50,000 miles on it. That seems about right. 10 to 12,000 miles a year, 15 on the high end. That seems decent. It's appropriate. Well taken care of. Mostly been a southern car, but only spent 2 years in the winter up here. Traveled to New York, to North Carolina a few times. So has some good highway mileage. Oil changed every 3,500 to 4,000 miles. Has a few modifications. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look how nice this is. Bulleted. It's actually hashed out here. 2-inch Mopar lift with Fox shocks. You got my heart. You got my heartstrings at Fox shocks. New rims, 17-inch, and tires, 35s. Tell me what they are. You know that they're 17s and 35s. Tell me what they are. Switch panel with voltage reading. Halo headlights. Angry grill. Yep, we know. Pro Comp pod lights. Has CB radio. Re-geared to 456. True Track in the rear diff. Rear carbon axles. Brakes have been replaced within the last 6 months. All calipers have been replaced over the course of 1 to 2 years. Runs great and only been on a few trails with it. Does amazing. Comes with 4 Hilo rims with 33s and all 5 stock rims. Feel free to ask questions, not interested in trades. Okay, I appreciate the fact, and then we reiterate the price. Not interested in trades. Good communication there. This looks like a Falcon tire to me from just looking in on it. I'll be interested to see what the wheel package is. How do you have this picture, this paint scheme, and you don't talk about it in your listing? I mean, listing was pretty decent. Why is it urban camo, black and red and gray? I love it. It fits in well with the business, but why do you have it? What inspired that? Who did it? Tell me about that. How long has it been on there? Is it going to come off? There's so many questions. So a nice side view picture. Again, rear. We've got, what the heck are those covers? Is that, I don't know. It looks like an octopus, maybe Captain America. I don't know. I can't tell what that is. Where is our spare tire? Did he mention that? He doesn't mention that. She. I don't know. The person, the seller. Factory bumpers. You don't see factory bumpers very often, honestly. Take pictures wet, folks. Everything looks better. Yep, I was right. Falcon, Wild Peak ATs, beautiful. And I just don't recognize the wheel offhand. Works. It's a Works wheel. That makes sense. There's our beautiful. It's been undercoated, so, trying to protect it from that, that northern salt and brine. There's our Pro Comp pods. Got the little red inserts. Playing up that black and red theme. It gives me an undercarriage shot. Thank you. Factory lower control arms. Would have liked to see those change. Got a factory rear drive shaft. I kind of can't tell what's going on here. This should be my drive shaft. Geez, Pete. Nope, I'm looking at the back. This is the rear control arms. There's our front drive shaft, which is factory. Makes sense. Okay. And more undercarriage. We're learning. Too bad it's in portrait, but I like it. There's our rear. Got the relocation bracket for the rear track bar, so our roll center is reasonably appropriate. Our front steering. Okay, looking good. Got a little engine bay picture. Equally good. Still portrait, but acceptable. We've got a yellow top in there. Why don't you tell me about it over here? We've got good quality mods. Put it in the listing. And then there's that saddle interior. I got to tell you, I love it. I think it's cool. This is a personal opinion. It's a personal professional. This is not a good place to mount your CB, but that's fine. To each their own. And so we have a CB. Here's our switch panel. Probably the voltmeter is right there in the middle. Got a little doubled-in touch going on there. Now, this is the problem with the 12s, okay? Look at this. The seat is torn the heck up. But you know what? I'm proud of this guy or girl because they took a picture of it. They didn't call attention to it. They could have put it in the listing, but they did take a picture of it. There's a lot of used car lots out there who are taking the picture, and the picture starts right here. They're not taking a picture, and you're going to deal with this when you show up. This is very repairable also. But pretty much all of the 12s, this was a manufacturer defect as far as I'm concerned. It was really kind of 11, 12, 13. You got this bad lower portion of the seat. But look at that beautiful seat with the embroidery. Nice steering wheel. Give me the shots inside. This is a gauge shot, so, that's pretty decent. It's not on, but I can confirm mileage at minimum. Stereo interior from the back. There's our switch panel with the voltmeter, and we're back to the beginning. Hey, great pictures. Great pictures. I'm really happy with this individual. Gave me all the way around, gave me tires, gave me suspension, gave me some of this add-on lighting, gave me underneath there, engine compartment, interior from all different angles. This character is getting their money. They're going to get that $20,000+ out of this 2012 because they took the pictures. They took the time to take the pictures. The listing is clear and it's understandable. You're going to get people who, who maybe don't know a ton about the mods, but they're going to be able to digest because of the way that you wrote it pretty well. Again, I'll come back to the fact I don't like portrait pictures because we've wasted real estate, but I'm not going to dwell on that one. And I'm going to definitely knock home this person having one of the better listings that I've seen generically, and they're definitely bringing home a 4.371. Yep. Last one, I believe. Hate to sell them. Oh, I love it when it starts that way. Oh, I hate to sell them too. 1962 Jeep Overland, driven 1 million miles. I know what you're doing. Don't worry about it. Just putting something to put something. Hate to sell them. However, I am moving and must prioritize projects. Selling these as a pair. Oh, no. Why did they? Oh, Davey, why did you do this to me? $5,000. Okay. Blue and white 1962 Willys Overland pickup. Rebuilt Super Hurricane 6-cylinder. Needs wiring finish to run. 2 times new sets of front and rear glass. Extremely solid. Doors close better than most newer cars. Missing the seats. Otherwise complete. Clean title in hand. Green 1958 Willys Overland pickup. 4-cylinder driveline. Complete and free. However, condition unknown. Script Willys W tailgate. Frame rust behind the cab would not be tough to patch. Has rust, would make a great build candidate for buggy wheeler. Waiting on title back from SOS. I don't know what SOS stands for. Looking for $5,000 for the pair. Have extra grill and fenders. Some rust that are included. Questions, additional pictures, free field to call text. Okay, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this listing because I'm going to want to buy these. And where I'm at in life right now, that's not okay. Boy, this is going to be a tough one. Okay, so decent listing. As much as you can know about a 62 or a 58. We talk about titles. That's important. We talk about, driveline conditions. Tell me, you say it's rebuilt. Who rebuilt it? That's kind of helpful. And then obviously the pictures. We have this beautiful patinaed, reasonably solid Willys pickup truck. Here's just a silly piece. It does not take much effort to air up a tire, especially because this one hasn't blown off the bead, and your pictures come out so much better, and a person can easily part way with their money when the tire at least looks like it holds air. But that bed is really there by comparison, and granted, we live in the salt belt, the rust belt, but that seems to be there. Okay, I feel better because if the interior would have reasonably resembled an interior, I would have had to panic buy these. But oh my God, you just never see them with this intact. Nope, I shouldn't buy this. Okay, I should. Look at them side by side. They look so good. They're like a perfect little couple. Okay. Gorgeous. If you've ever seen, I have a Jeep, a 64 CJ6 called Blue. I've wheeled all over the place, and it looks a lot like this Willys pick-em-up truck. I'm struggling. I'm on the strug bus. Decent rebuild. At least they've painted it. Carburetor's aftermarket by the looks of it. Could clean it up a little different in here, but that's fine. That looks pretty darn good as well. Oh, my gosh. There's the script that looks super nice. Okay, we're in trouble. This was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. So at this rate, that was a decent listing. Okay, so for what it is. People will, people will know what that is, as far as those Willys pickup trucks. If you're in the market for it, you're in the market for it. If you're looking for, let me reopen that one. If you're looking for a project, there's a parts Jeep and a truck together, or vice versa, or you got two to build, or buy two and sell one. I don't care what you do. At $5,000, I want this person to take my money. As far as the listing is concerned, I'd like to know a little more about that rebuilt engine. Pictures, obviously, are nominal at best as far as, they could be better. We could see some underneath pictures, some undershots, but obviously you're showing me some of the important pieces of these trucks. That's what they're doing here. This listing overall is not bad because, again, we're bullet pointing things out over here. I got to tell you, I think this listing is easily a 3.375. You know what? I think it's a 3.388. Got it a couple points. I could know a little bit more about it, but it's actually pretty digestible. The pictures are clear. They're beautiful, as far as the clarity and they got a bunch of different shots and whatnot. I'd like to see the little 4-cylinder and the green one just for funsies. Boy, oh boy, is this going to be a tough one. What is my best bang for my buck? I got to tell you, without question, number one best bang for my dollar are these two Willys pickup trucks for $5,000. You could easily pull one of these down into our local region and sell it for $2,000 to $4,000 by itself, without reservation. I truly believe that to be the case. Next is going to be this fun little TJ. If you get it for around $15,000 to $17,000, I think you can't build this Jeep for that price point. I wish the description would have reflected that. I do believe our best listing of the day is the 2012 Unlimited Sahara. Great, clean listing. Is it worth the money that the seller's asking? Reasonably speaking, I believe that, $20,000 to $23,000. It's just not the best bang for my buck today. Gosh, somebody needs to buy those Willys pickup trucks and just run to the bank right now. Go get your cash, get a big trailer, and take those home. OMG, I am tapped. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed yourself. If anybody wants to buy me those Willys pickup trucks, I will be forever in your debt, and, I'll name one after you. I don't know. All right, folks, there's a video coming out in the near future about how you should, instead of me just reviewing everybody else's listings, we're going to be producing a video on how you should be listing your for sale vehicles. And you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. We read and respond to almost everything that anybody says, and we appreciate your participation and viewership. Make sure that you're liking it, right? A lot of people get to this point, and then they just move on to something else. Take the time, like and subscribe. That means a lot to us. If you have any questions, you can reach us at sfj4x4.com, obviously through Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. Until then, Jeep family, Jeep on.